Oh, we're rolling now?
Hey, that was a quick turnaround. We're back.
This is what I love about X-Wing. We
The
can
magic
actually
of
get
video.
yeah, we get 2 bat reps in a single afternoon pretty well. So that's awesome. But we're definitely flipping it up. We're not going to give you any spoilers away from the first game. So we're going to really get into this one. But the differences we'll say is I'm playing the Rebels this time. You're playing the Imperials.
This is going to be very interesting. I'm excited to see how this plays out because it's a different dynamic. I haven't seen any other bat reps that have put in the ships on the play that we are. You're running some big names. You're running 2 X-Wings and the Hawk 290. I am running Darth Vader because of a strategy that I did see that I want to test out.
Okay.
A bounty hunter, fire spray, and a Lambda class shuttle. I got 2 biggies.
Yeah.
I actually
we know
have
how well you fly with those.
not good, and the dashboard's on board. But what's interesting to me is Imperials. I have more shields than you do as a Rebels.
Yeah. But I'm gonna change it.
Not that that's gonna save me.
The one thing that I'm gonna say about this though is I hope that you kind of pay attention. I have a very interesting combo. So you look into this. When I did an unboxing of this, if you go back to my unboxing, I immediately pointed out Jan's Aur's ability to increase firepower. And I immediately thought of this in Wedge. So check this out and see how it plays. But he could really give Wedge some needed firepower.
Yeah, and I'll say that, yes, I outnumber you in shields, but technically that might not be true because I can't regenerate shields.
Yeah. Biggs is gonna play that whole role.
So,
all right, let's see how this plays.
I'm hitting an asteroid. No.
Alright, we got our new little solar system all set back up. And here are the Imperials, Vader, Bounty Hunter, Shuttle. And way in the far corner is the Rebels.
I was tempted for a minute to set Vader up. He's set up last, directly across from the Rebels, but I don't think I want to engage him that early on against 3 different guys. So I in turn decided to go extremely opposite and keep him out of the fray for maybe a little bit.
All right, and in my part, I'm going to make him fly asteroids. All right, so Rebels screamed up the center of the board.
Staying in a good tight formation.
The big guys kind of move forward. They didn't really scream going forward.
Lambda class does have the ability of the ST-321. He threw a target lock. I put it onto Biggs simply because Biggs draws fire. I have to shoot at him if he's in the arc anyway, so I might as well just target lock him. But he had the ability to target lock anybody in the play. Might as well just target the guy that I'm going to be shooting at regardless. Vader, with his ability to perform 2 actions, has flown across the board. He's already halfway across the board. He performed a boost and then a barrel roll because his boost put him right in front of this asteroid originally. So he is already chucking through.
He's got half the other board to come from the other side now.
Yeah, the only problem is the half of the board I'm at is a full board away from where the Rebels actually are.
Alright, so Imperial forces have kind of moved into the center. Vader has moved on the outskirts of everything.
I just got to say this real quick, because I don't know how long my guys are going to last the way things go. In 2 rounds of movement, with the Vader's ability of performing 2 actions, starting here, he is now clear across the board. That's pretty amazing for a ship to have that type of movement. So I'll be interested to see if I can continue to use his speed as an advantage. The other thing I want to point out is Spectre Senence's upgrade of the Hawk 290 using 9 num as a co-pilot allows his Hawk 290 to keep up with the X-Wings without stressing. He performed a 4 maneuver that's normally red for him, but it was canceled out. So he's able to keep that tight formation and capitalize on that, which is a very, very smart upgrade for the 290.
And as you can see, I'm screaming up the side of the corner there, and we'll see if we can pull some turn to flanking and try to isolate some of these Imperial ships.
Yeah, I could definitely see where you, sir, are making me fly asteroids.
Yep.
So far, so good, though.
All right. Okay, so ships are now squaring off. You can see that we've broken in. Jans did turn and bump Biggs, but really it's okay. I wouldn't mind to have it a focus, but it's no big deal for me. The two other ships are moving in slowly. Vader's made his move forward. He's boosted, barrel rolled, and then pushed the limit for a target lock on Wedge. But
a lot of target locks running around.
Wedge will start.
Dice rolling.
I think he's at range 2 though.
Wedge is, who's he firing?
The
Fire spray or the Lambda?
The Lambda.
The Lambda, range 2.
Alright, that's 3 dice. I'm going to give Jans, though, a stress.
Jans is stressing.
Because that will give me a 4th dice.
Not that you need any more.
And here we go. I have target lock. I'm going to use this to reroll this one. And I'm going to turn this into another critical hit from marksmanship.
Jesus. He's getting beat up because he's only got 1 dodge.
Yep.
I get the 1.
So 1 goes, but 3 shields are going to be knocked right off that.
1, 2, and 3 shields.
And you can take off his
Bam.
target lock.
Down, and his target lock is removed.
And then it will be Vader's.
Vader.
His range 3 going for Wedge.
Range 3 at Wedge.
Alright.
Firing 2 shots.
Both are hit. So Wedge is 3 dice with evades. 3 dice with the extra die. Got 1, so lost a shield on the crit.
Shield goes down.
Alright. Then we go to Rourke, who I think he has maybe an angle. Janzor, I'm sorry.
Janzor.
Does he have? I don't think he has an angle. He needs to focus to use a blaster turret, so no.
Nope, he does not.
Okay, so then we go to Biggs, who's going to fire range 2.
Biggs has angled on the Lambda?
Yep.
Range 2.
So he's going to fire at the Lambda. He's got target lock. And those are 2 crits and a hit.
Oof.
1, so
it's
2 more down. So
he's out of
no
shields.
crits though. But he's out of shields. And now it is the big ship's turns.
Alright, the Bounty Hunter firing first.
And I think he's got angle on Biggs. So that's range 3 to Biggs.
Yes, range 3 to Biggs.
So he has to shoot Biggs.
3 dice.
Alright.
3 shots at Biggs.
Okay, no focus.
2. No focused, and
he has a target
will
lock.
hold the target lock.
Alright, so Biggs at range 3 has 3 dice. And he makes both.
Wow. Biggs maneuvering. Yeah, you're too far away.
That's his job. And now the Lambda. At range 2 back at Biggs.
Lambda, he has 3 shots at Biggs, range 2.
Has target lock.
Expend his focus.
Okay. So 2 dice, and this time for Biggs. Got 1 dodge, so lost 2 of his 3 shields.
But everybody's still alive.
And all good. So now we're in the maneuver dials. Alright, so we've made a little move in. Basically, Biggs has picked up everybody target logging him.
Lambda,
so he's doing his job.
Yeah, the Lambda stalled, stressed himself by not moving anywhere. You made a great call on that and ran Wedge into him. The Lambda's not going to have any shots now because of where he's
Wedge
at.
had to go there because the other asteroid in between the 2 ships. He would have either clipped that. Right. I didn't want to give a free hit.
Everybody's lighting up Biggs because he draws the fire anyways.
Yep.
Jans is got himself out of trouble where he's at, so there'll be some shooting, but not as much that probably could have happened.
All right, so
good moving.
Wedge can't shoot because he's touching the base of the Lambda.
Yes.
So now it'll go to Vader.
He does have to shoot
Biggs at 3.
Biggs at range 3.
And that's through an asteroid.
Through an asteroid, so Vader will fire his
2 dice.
2 dice.
He's got target lock on him. Or we can save it. Because it is through an asteroid, it's 4 dice.
No. I'm gonna save it and take the
All right. So that will go to Jans. Jans is going to expend his. Well, he's got a 360.
He does have the blaster.
The blaster turret. So he's going to spend his focus, and he's going to go for. Oh, what? How many hull does that thing have left? 5.
He's got 5.
I'll go for Lambda.
At range 2.
Yep, through an asteroid, but we'll give it a shot. And I got 2 in.
So I've got 2 dodge for the asteroid.
Got 1.
The crit goes through.
So the crit is through. Sorry.
And it is
2 damage.
2 damage.
So here's
of course.
the second one.
Kind of typical for.
And then Wedge at range 1. He's actually going to get a 4th dice because we're going to stress Jans again to give 4 dice to Biggs. I mean, Biggs is going to shoot.
Oh, at the back of the land. Yeah.
Yep.
Range 1 plus.
And he's got target lock. I'm going to spend 2 more. He doesn't have focus, so it's 4 hits.
This is going to kill him.
If he doesn't get it, gone.
So all 4 gets through. He is gone, and yeah, because there's nothing I can expend.
3, right? There's only 3 more. So there goes the ship already. Jan's pulling his weight.
Lambda.
But I think he's going to draw a little fire from the bounty hunter for that.
Eliminated. Yes, the bounty hunter will. Well, no, he can't fire at. He can only fire at Jan.
Yeah. Yep, he has to fire. He can only fire at Jan, so Biggs can't help him. It's going to be range 1. Yeah, it's range 1. So
Really, range 1.
4
so
dice.
He's got 4 shots. He is not target locked on Jan, so just 4 shots.
So 2.
And he is not focused to use the target. Oh shoot!
2 damage. Yeah, because you ran into Wedge.
That's right.
I already used the focus, so I'll take a shield and a 1 damage, right? It was 2 regular
2
hits.
hits. Yep.
So 1 gets through, shield is gone. So Jans takes the damage. And that is the turn, but 1 ship is down.
Lambda is down. He should not be getting that close to the enemy. Lesson learned.
Alright, so basically the rebel ships have now kind of slightly moved back into the center after eliminating the Lambda. Now the Imperials have the edge on angles, so really their shooting phase. Of course, all of them are really going to go against Biggs, so everyone's cleared stress, put some focus on, or, you know, kind of for the targets like that. So we're going to start more or less with Vader, because Wedge has no shot.
He's got to shoot at
Biggs at range 1. There's a 2.
That's going to be range 2.
Oh, not as good.
So he doesn't pick up the extra dice.
Nope.
However, he's going to take the chance and expend his target lock.
Oh, the cluster missiles. Alrighty.
The cluster. So he'll fire 3 shots.
Yep. First shot. You can turn that focus into a hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3. 1, so that knocks down 2 shields. Biggs meanwhile has regenerated all his shields, so now he's down to 1 shield again.
Great green maneuvers with the R2 unit.
First locks some missiles.
And the second round
one.
of missiles fires another 3.
And that'll be
I
nothing.
should have used the focus that time.
Hindsight.
Yeah, well, focus. Hindsight.
Alright, so Jans is going
Let's take down some shields.
Jans is going to spend his focus to put 3 shots into, I'll take a gamble. Three shots into the bounty hunter. I won't get an upgrade because it's a secondary weapon.
Oh, so there's no.
So there's no chance. Already used the focus, so it's only 1.
He's got 2 dodge, and he dodges.
So yep, he's good. And now it'll be the bounty hunters.
He also has to target Biggs, which is actually going to be through an asteroid.
Yep. And range 2
He
again.
is range 1.
He's range 1.
He is barely range 1.
All right, so 4 dice.
4 shots.
Or is he firing the cluster missiles?
He is going to, well, no, because he doesn't get the extra dice with cluster, would he?
No.
So no, because he does not gain the extra from the boost.
Okay.
Fire straight.
So
He is not
2.
focused, so 2.
And I have 1 for the asteroid, so that's why I'm rolling 3. I have focus, so I will use that to dodge. So he's good. Biggs doing his job. Alrighty. And that's that. Alrighty, so some major maneuvering here. Vader has said got the hell out of Dodge.
Yep, I anticipated a couple of K turns, and I didn't want to do something short to try to catch him and leave myself lined up. So I did get out of their firing arc. However, Jan still has a 360, so I went ahead and used one action, boosted, and evaded to give him a better chance of dodging. Fire spray with the asteroids, and my luck with asteroids, I'm just going to go straight and utilize his ability to fire backwards. However, that's not going to come into play. So just
what happens.
Posturing right now to give myself a little better chances.
So Wedge has nothing, but
Biggs does.
Biggs does. 3. And oops, we're gonna stress out Jans to get a 4th.
Damn Jans.
And I don't have a target lock on him.
So 2,
3. Sorry.
Was it 3 or?
Yeah, it was 3. I just keep rolling over.
So 2.
Range 3. One more roll.
No,
Asteroid.
He's only had 2. Oh, and the asteroid.
So 2.
2 shields.
And so he's got what, 2 left?
He has 2 shields left.
Alright, I'm gonna fire 3 shots with the blaster turret at the big guy.
Range.
And
he is focused.
I use the focus to get it, so it's all miss.
Oh, so.
Yep. So it is now.
Yep, he is.
Vader
firing arc has got nothing. Vader cannot do anything.
Alright, so we're gonna move it. Alright, so Spectre FedSen with some fantastic maneuvering has moved and then really slid over to only really have to deal with Wedge. So he's got him pretty lined up pretty well.
Quick turn, a boost, and a barrel roll to get shots on a Wedge without putting himself in harm's way, other than the possibility of the turrets from Jan's.
Yeah, it could be a little bit too far though. So Jan's pretty much, he's just kind of clearing, getting things all set up again. The bounty hunter has moved to get in the action, but he's really looking down the barrel of 2 X-Wings, so we'll see how that works. Wedge gets to go first.
Range 3.
Range 3. He is going to stay that, no action, so he's going to...
Any stress on Jans? Or no?
Yeah, we're going to stress. We're going to put it all on Wedge, because I just realized another part of his power. So it's 4 going on there. Oh, wow. Yeah, and you only get 1 less dodge because of Wedge's ability. I forgot his agility thing.
He gets 1 less dodge, so I don't pick up the extra for
the so you only get 2. So 4 go right through.
That's 2 hits.
2 shields and then 2 hits?
2 shields and 2 hits.
Bang, bang.
What happens when you remember the abilities of ships?
Yep. Alright, and now Vader's basically 3 dice is going to be right on Wedge.
Because his target block was on... Oh, he doesn't have no target block.
Nope.
Oh, 3
That's
dice.
my target lock on...
3 dice on Wedge, range 1.
Yep. Oh, all focus, and he didn't have that ability going, so he misses.
He used 2 actions and did not give it. What's the chance that
wasn't working. What is Wedge at? Big's at for the big guy. Oops, actually, Jan's we'll have to do him first. He's 8.
Oh, Jan's, yes.
Anybody close? Not 2?
He is...
It is range 2. Well, I might as well spend that and put 3 shots on Vader. See if I can knock a couple shields down off him. Oof, rolling smoking hot.
Vader has stealth device, so he'll be dodging with 4.
4, yep. Oh, and he didn't get the focus, so he took 2 shields down and a hit.
And loses his stealth device.
And the stealth device is gone.
My
so
dice rolling has been poor.
And I'm in super hot, so all about the dice, folks. Wow. Now, what is the range of Biggs to that big guy?
He was ranged
2? Yeah, it looks like 2. So Biggs will fire his 2 shots now at the big guy. Oh man, I have just rolled literally, that's 10. He has a focus.
Focuses and evades, so he
takes 1. Wow, that was...
Grief.
The odds of that was 3, 6, 10 straight. No criticals though, but I don't care. That's those 10 hits without a reroll. That's insane. So he doesn't actually get... He gets Wedge, but he's out of... Biggs is actually out of his fire arc. So he doesn't have to shoot at Biggs. So range 3.
Range 3.
Range 3 at Wedge. So Wedge is drawing fire where Biggs is not able to help.
So he's got 3 shots.
Yep. Can't use. He doesn't have a target lock on him.
And I had to
already
use
used
my
the focus. So he has a shield, so it's 3 dice. Let's see if I evade anything.
He does.
Got the evade. So Wedge is flying well. Peril's a little bit in trouble now.
Ouch.
There's some damage on the hulls of these ships.
Horrible roll.
Yeah.
Strategy was
super
great.
hot.
The
Super
roll
hot. That was just dice. That was
ridiculous.
dice. That was some crazy
Alright,
rolls.
let's...
Alright, so basically first here, the bounty hunter kind of hooking in, he ran into
He
Biggs.
just got sandwiched.
Yeah, Biggs cleared out. Wedge ran into him, so he's stressed. Both of them trying to do K turns. Of course, Biggs.
The good news is Wedge isn't going to put any shots on the bounty hunter because they're touching. The bad news is Biggs can't.
Yeah, Biggs can't. And Biggs doing well. Jantor is trying to get the hell out. I just knew I was in trouble. Vader was pretty much eyeing him the whole way, and that's exactly what's going to happen. He's moved around. No, that's his target lock. It's blue. And so he's done some safety things. Rico's a little hesitant right now with his dice rolling to go out to put any target locks or anything. I have the focus in case he can attack.
So Wedge has no shots.
Correct.
Vader is range
2. So 2 dice.
2 shots.
2 hits. And I have 2.
You don't have to expend anything. Evade into focus. If you don't focus,
Oh,
the
I
crit
have
goes
to. I
through.
don't want the crit to go through, so I'm going to spend my focus, which pretty much makes it so I can't shoot him back because I have no focus now.
Excellent.
But his job is to keep Vader out of the fight. So of course now Wedge, Biggs at range 3. Range 1, I mean. Sorry.
Range 1.
So he is going to let loose. We will spend the target lock because I have no other reason for not to. And I have just put 4 hits on and 1 crit on the bounty.
Yeah, he's dead.
And got nothing because he lost his focus. He ran into Biggs.
3 and he's out.
And there goes the other ship. Boom.
So roll off 3 damage dice.
1, 2, 3. Another big ship gone, and we're right into the maneuver dials again. Alright, so basically Biggs hit the asteroid. I did it on purpose this time for me because I need to get Biggs closest to the angle as possible, which he does have.
Drop the shield,
he has a
nothing big.
chance. Yeah, he's got a chance to regenerate. I didn't see the stress token on Wedge and wasn't really that well paying attention, so I didn't K-turn. So I basically did the front straight just to be fair from the dial that he was on to something he can do because he can't actually perform that maneuver dial, if you remember one of our previous bat reps. Jans is just juking, calling for Biggs, calling for help, whatever he can basically do, but he's not able to get much there. And
Vader is just going after him.
Vader's tracking him.
So Vader will get the first shot.
And that's
range
still range 2. Yeah, range 2.
2 shots. Red dice, not green.
He has a focus to turn that into a hit, yes?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm back down to 2 dodges. But 1's a critical again. I'm going to be living life. Got 1. The crit will go through, though. So
let it go through?
I can't. I have no choice. It wasn't a focus.
Oh, it wasn't even focus.
Yep. So immediately roll 1 attack dice on another damage. Suffer 1 more damage. So let's see.
Come on, damage.
Oops.
You've been rolling damages all day.
Yep, but I roll a blank.
Figures.
And I flip this thing face down. So Jans now has 2. Now basically Wedge, of course, because he's out of there. Jans now can spend the focus to fire 3 shots back at range 2 on Vader. He doesn't have a focus anymore, so that misses. So he's only 2 hits.
Got 3.
And
there's 1 and
evade, so he's good. So good movie, good choice of actions on Vader. But let's see Biggs. Biggs might have a long range shot. Yeah, he does.
Oh wow. Barely.
3 dice though, and I can't boost anymore, but there's a chance. Biggs gets a crit through.
4 because it's range 3.
Yep.
And he dodges.
That's pretty good.
Barely.
Yeah, so now he knows Biggs is back there.
Oh, Biggs is in range apparently.
All right.
I've been rolling focus. I'm gonna focus you, Vader.
All right. Biggs is making the play coming in. Vader's continuing to move. He's getting very close now to the starboard side of Jans. So he's got that move there. Wedge is basically turning, trying to get back, desperately trying to get in the action, but he's got only so much space to do it. Nah. Alright, Vader, you're the one that starts it. It's a range 1 on Jans.
On Jans.
So 3 dice. He's got the focus.
Gonna use it.
All right, there it is.
To,
I got 2 dice.
at least use your focus.
This could kill him. He could get his kill. I got 1, so it is 2. That kills Janzor, so we'll knock those out. Bam, bam. Janzor's now out.
Excellent. That helps a lot.
And that goes to Biggs at what?
3.
Yes.
Range 3.
Biggs firing 3 shots.
A target.
He's got target lock. He doesn't carry spending it.
Why not?
And doesn't get because the focus thing
2?
misses. Yes.
3. Do I lose? Wedge is the only one I lose to die, right?
Yes.
So he's got 4.
Yes, he did.
Uses the evade token.
Yeah, the 2. Ooh, good thing you were not ready to put, I think, one of these on there, so. Got the deal. It was close. But he is still alive. Now it's 2 on 1.
Wow.
Alright, so Vader did a nice move. Then
Had a barrel roll.
Barrel got him out of Wedge's, Biggs' situation, but Wedge has got himself in the fight.
Yes,
more turns.
He has. Wedge.
So he's going to fire his 3 at Vader.
Range
touching
3.
an asteroid. He's not had target lock on, so he only gets 1.
Is that through an asteroid or no?
4 dice.
So
5
it
dice.
would be 5, but
Yep.
Wedge gives a -1, so
Yep,
it's
so
only 4.
4. Yeah.
And he
Ooh,
evades.
the 2 evades. Yep. Okay, so you're all set. Now you get to shoot at Biggs.
He will shoot Biggs
3
range
dice.
1 for 3 dice. He needs to take down all these shields.
Yep. And you don't have focus, so 1.
Possible 1.
2 dice dodge. Got it, easy. Biggs is ready to take on the fire. Back to maneuvers.
You're going, and I didn't want you.
Yeah.
1 shot against me is better than 2. So
Strange enough,
Vader intentionally.
Vader slammed into Wedge as Wedge tried to get through the asteroid. Feels like that, so no action by Vader.
The only other thing I would have done had the my 4 move not hit him, I probably would have utilized a boost to stay out of his firing arc. But same thing, hitting him, I lose an action. I lose my actions, but at least
Wedge
isn't
Biggs got 3 on you.
he does have range 3.
All right, so he's gonna drop the 3 dice.
Barely by a hair.
Close, keeping the box. Guy's got target lock, so we'll spend that. Thankfully, having that on before. And
Oh, that's not good. Not the way I've been rolling.
So
Vader's
no
got
asteroids, so
4.
4 dice though. No shield, so there's 1 dodge.
2, he's dead.
3, it's gone. Biggs pulls the move with a K turn.
So
Game
the running
over.
into him bites me because I
Because
couldn't.
you lost all your actions that was keeping him alive the 3
Actually,
turns before.
Depending on what the damage would have been, the last critical might have killed him anyways, even if I had the evade token.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, would have survived 1 more round. So.
All right, we'll talk about it in the post. I have a little Spectre with me.
Well, another bat rep down, another result not in my favor, but that's okay. I honestly, with this one, I wasn't looking at win or lose. Once again, as with the last bat rep, it was just about getting the experience of using ships.
Yep.
With this one, I really wanted to focus on using Vader and his potential speed with the extra actions.
You played Vader really well. Overall, I mean, if you look at your maneuvering, the actions and all that stuff, that last critical turn was the one thing that got him.
It was, and there's not much I could do. It's 1 against 2. You had in the perfect position. You weren't in formation. You were actually boxed me in. So no matter where I went, someone was getting a shot on Vader.
Yeah.
I really love the double action, and if you give him push the limit, that 3rd possible action is huge with Vader.
You screamed across the board quite a bit, and really caused some grasping point. I mean, basically that was
Vader really didn't get shot until the last few rounds.
Yeah, he was very tricky to find. The HWK 290, I thought, that roll was wonderful by him, but once he got pushed out where I had to clear some things, Vader got onto a dogfighting tail on him.
But that worked in your favor because of what happened with Wedge. I had to concentrate and get him out of there, get Jans out of there, so it gave Wedge the chance to get back into it. So, I took out the Hawk, but he did his duty. He allowed the X-Wings to execute. With the big ships, using the Lambda and the Bounty Hunter, for me, it was, again, getting used to the maneuverability and the fact that they have a 2-space base. I didn't run into any asteroids, so for me that's a win. Utilizing 2 big ships in close proximity and being able to maneuver with them, I learned a lot. Despite the early departure of the Lambda, I learned a lot. So, minor victory with an overall loss. I'm not.
Yeah, again, it's we're playing a lot of the ships for you to learn them and understand them and go from that. We're not really throwing out the tournament type of settings too much. Although, this is a pretty legitimate build that I put together. I really gave a lot of survivability to this group and a firepower. Like when they were going to attack something even as big as these ships, you saw how quickly they attacked.
Granted, your dice rolling was just epic. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't seen dice rolling that strong in quite a while.
That one turn was insane.
But even if you take out the dice rolling and give our average, where we do get hits and we do get some good dodges, had I brought in a TIE Swarm, I would have been annihilated with that setup, I think. Jan's giving the extra dice, Biggs taking away the focus to himself, and then Wedge taking away one of your potential dodges. That combo plus 9 num letting your T90 keep up with your X-Wings without stressing. Beautiful combo. Great pick. For 100 points, that is in only 3 strips. That's strong.
Shield upgrade on Biggs because you know he's drawing the fire. Bring R2 basically constantly giving you extra healing points to that. I even had marksmanship going on Wedge, making him more lethal with every hit he was going to put on. Plus he had an R2 K5 unit to heal any damage should he get wounded if anything should track in. Again, these 2 X-Wings were the key to the fighting of this force. I thought that combination really gave them some survivability. Let them be aggressive. Let them find ships into attack. You had to be careful with the Hawk because it was definitely the support cast. But that was the point. He was there for the amount of points he did. He was about giving Wedge the amount of hitting because with the lack of agility,
it came in. I mean, the shields and the Lambda and the Bounty Hunter went down quick. With the way you were rolling, an extra dice is huge, and the way I was rolling, it's even more so.
And the turret laser upgrade that I gave it to gave him almost the YT-1300 maneuver, like shooting all around, so it kept pressure on you constantly, keeping things maneuverable. It was a really good build.
Yeah, as far as strategy goes, and hindsight, I really didn't get to use the big ships the way I possibly could have. Vader shot out his clusters. One complete air. The first salvo was all hits. The second salvo was all misses. So, had I had your dice rolling ability, maybe the T90 would have been out a lot sooner. But the big ships, the Lambda just
didn't have a chance really.
No, and really with the ship itself and with the upgrade, it can target lock anybody on the board. But all it really does is absorb some shots. I mean, it kept the Bounty Hunter alive for a couple of rounds because you had to whittle down the shields. But I didn't get to focus on any one ship of yours, and then the X-Wings. If you don't stay consistent on the X-Wings, they're going to get those shields back. One little simple maneuver, boom, shield back. One little simple maneuver, and shields are huge.
Yeah, that's you got to take advantage of what the fleet gives you, and you saw exactly what was part of that. I will say that the one thing I think the shuttle build that is effective is the Saboteur. Because I think if you can get a damage through, and I'm building up the shield, the Saboteur can crit that card, and that's helpful. So but it's difficult to pull off.
I looked at the Saboteur. I ultimately didn't end up taking him because I wanted to really upgrade Vader, and I had a couple of extras on the Bounty Hunter, so my points was low. Maybe the Saboteur would have been a little bit better than the target lock anywhere on the board, but he really wasn't around to get much shots on.
But that was for a build if you do have more of a more TIE fighters to kind of build that in. But with Vader the focus, you did right with Vader. You did a right build with Vader. I thought he was hot. He was awesome. He was very difficult for me to track down, and he was obviously dangerous. The only thing is
you only had one guy shooting at him pretty much the whole time.
The TIE Advanced build is just limited with his firepower too. So once the cluster missiles were going off, he was pretty limited.
But the key is, and where my strategy worked out is, he's only got 2 attack dice. But if I can stay behind you or out of your arc, but within 1 range, it gives me that 3rd dice. That could be a different factor.
One-on-one, he was awesome.
I can see myself using him again with either bombers or interceptors that have a little bit better firepower, and that could be maybe maybe the difference.
Yeah,
with, the
if he's flying with interceptors, I think that's a good build because they can really do that flanking maneuver depending on other ships. Like with the B wings, the Y wings, and the YT-300, they're not very maneuverable ships. It takes quite a bit. The Hawk was only maneuverable because of 9 num. So if you can get those flanking going on, that was pretty much the key. And that was pretty much my first goal. Was I shot too hard as fast as I could go with 4 up there to cut the board in half. But the whole trick was to kind of do a spin in, which lined up the Imperial ships, so I would take them on one to really put maximum firepower.
I think 3 bat reps ago, I would have been in deep trouble because I would have been running into asteroids, running into myself. You would have had me right up on the side, and I had no shots. But because I've gotten more experience from playing, I was able to turn right at you, and we had that face-to-face for a while. And I wasn't disappointed with Vader being out in the first couple rounds. I really liked the idea of being able, in 2 movement rounds, I was on your side of the board.
Yeah, it was good hindsight. I mean, talk later that you mentioned you were going to put him right straight in the front, but as soon as you put him on the flank and then did what you did.
The only difference really is had I lined him up across from you, the very first round we would have had shots against each other.
Yeah.
Had Vader lived, I would have flown past you, maybe try to execute a K-turn and have your back, but I still like the way you went.
I think your
I had you flanked for the most part. You only had
better.
1 ship really firing at him the majority of the time. So success for me with Vader overall. So using him in a TIE Swarm fashion, I'm excited to try that somewhere in the future.
Cool. Well, these are again the back-to-back X-Wings bat reps. We hope you guys enjoy, but pretty soon we'll be doing some other stuff. So check that out. Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Once again, we are 11 subscribers away from giving this game away free. So, and this game is just awesome. You can use everything in it, the extra dice if you already have this game, the extra ships. It's great.
Let me just throw out there too, we're talking about giving away the core set at 100. And yeah, a lot of you watching this might already have it. Of course, doesn't hurt to have a second set, gives you more tokens, a couple extra ships. You could always pass it off to a friend of yours or someone else to get them involved in the game. But we're not stopping with just this. Once we hit 100, that's just the first stretch goal. From then on, who knows, maybe every 25 subscribers we'll give away something else, 50, 100, every 100 on top of that, maybe we'll give away other core sets. This is just one of many contests and giveaways for the future. So, share the videos, like them, pass them on, get other people to subscribe to better your chances. We'll both be at PAX East this year. Who knows what we're going to pick up down there. Maybe next year we'll give away a ticket to PAX East.